The prophecy is true.
Guys, it's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Today is Thursday. I came across this article this morning. It said crypto is having the most positive month in history. When will prices reflect it? Maybe right now? Possibly? I mean, we had a massive bounce over, just literally while I was asleep. The market pumped $11 billion overnight. You're seeing Bitcoin up 3%, $6,485 per Bitcoin. Ethereum up 14.19%. We had this discussion the other night in the live stream. I was talking to Hashoshi. We were like, is Ethereum dead? What's going on? Clearly, Ethereum has one of the biggest bounce backs for one of the top tier coins. If we have a look at what's going on with the other coins, so the altcoins are just doing very, very well today. Nano up an impressive 34%, followed by Aurora, Decentraland, Verge, Wanchain, Loopring, Icon, Aeon, Emercoin, 0x, and Basic Attention Token. I mean, if we go down these lists, it's so, look at this, all double digits. Waves, Nebulous, Tron, Holo, Fun, Maker, Gas, Walton, Ontology, Neo. It's just Dash, Theta. Yeah, great day across the board. And what's so crazy is if we have a look, now you guys know I don't really do TA. I'm not a massive TA guy, but I was looking at these trends and I do know to plot kind of 3 touching points. That's like what I go off of. And if you look right here, these ads, I hate them so much. Look, we're following this right here. It literally touched, zoomed in too much. Look at that, touched the line and instantly bounced back up. I mean, that's crazy, right? How perfect that was. So basically, I've been looking at this chart right here, and what I'm seeing is the potential of sort of bouncing around. I don't know why I can't zoom in on this chart right here. So bouncing around right in here for just a little bit. So if you look at it, you're having this point right here. I mean, right around the end of October, that's pretty much do or die. You know, are we going to go up? Now, I do have this trend line here as well. It is possible that we could fall back down into this channel, so just be careful before we get too excited. But yeah, it's just crazy how that works out. Now, if you have a look at what's going on, you have Morgan Stanley. So it says U.S. multinational investment bank Morgan Stanley is preparing to offer Bitcoin swap trading for its clients. Unconfirmed sources. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I don't want to spread any fake news. So it says unconfirmed sources, but it says citing people familiar with the matter in an article from Bloomberg revealed the giant plans to offer trading in complex derivatives linked to Bitcoin. According to Morgan Stanley, they will deal in contracts that give investors synthetic exposure to the performance of Bitcoin, thus copying extant plans from Wall Street's Goldman Sachs and Intercontinental Exchange, among others. Investors will be able to go long or short using the so-called price return swaps, and Morgan Stanley will charge a spread for each transaction. So granted, you're not actually owning the Bitcoin, so, you know, but what are you going to do? This is another great step moving forward. We also have the Gemini stablecoin. I think this is massively good news. One thing I have to say already, they already have a Bibox listing. Now, at first, I was kind of like upset when I heard that they were only going to be an ERC20, right? Because I was like, well, now you're just running on the Ethereum network. But then when I thought about it realistically, think about how easy that is for adoption, you know? So I was looking over here on Chainbits, and they say since the Gemini dollar is a smart contract which runs on Ethereum's network, it frees the holders to use this token anywhere in the Ethereum ecosystem. This means that the Gemini dollar tokens is native to the Ethereum ecosystem, so while it will require some time for other services to integrate the token, the infrastructure is already built, since any dApp or service running on Ethereum is fully compatible with the ERC20 standard. So At first glance, you're like, well, it's just an ERC20. But then you start realizing if this is actually backed and being accepted and that, they can prove where the funds are coming from, you realize how easy it is for them to do all of these different things. For example, online commerce, literally just set up an Ethereum wallet. Boom, you're done. Smart payments, holding USD outside of a bank. You can actually put it in your own wallet. So I think it's actually going to make the adoption of the Gemini US dollar a lot easier than some of the other ones. For example, like Tether, where you have to get their own specific wallet for it, etc. So I think that's good news pushing forward. So the question is, did the Winklevoss single-handedly save Ethereum? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. So if we come over here and look at what Alex Saunders has to say from Nuggets News, he says Ethereum is not dead. 94 of the top 100 projects are built on Ethereum. Lightning Raiden network is close. DevCon 4 is already sold out. Block rewards are reducing. ETH futures coming soon. Dev community is above 250K. ICOs are still raising in ETH. And there's 14K decentralized nodes. Plus Vitalik is a genius. I like Alex from Nuggets News. I got to get him on the channel sometimes. What do you guys think? We should do a live stream or something at some point. So then, you go back to what Vitalik was saying, and he says, to be clear, I never said there is no room for growth in the crypto ecosystem. I said there's no room for 1,000x price increase. A 1,000x price increase from today means a $200 trillion cap in crypto, or an entire 70% of today's global wealth being in crypto. So he said, what I actually said is that because large portions of the population have already heard of crypto, further growth of crypto in any sense must come from depth, an example, actual usage, and not just bringing in more attention. He says, obviously, I'm just trying to be realistic about it. And then he says Vitalik is a pessimist. He says, guys, if you spin things this way, you're incentivizing people to start acting more like, and of course he has to point out Justin Sun. They got a thing going on. They just got a thing going on back and forth. Now, here's the interesting thing, too. Now, we've been talking a lot about Ethereum. I honestly never thought I'd talk about Ethereum this much. But check this out. So you have this coming out from Bitmex. So Bitmex's CEO, Arthur Hayes, appeared to be telling his customers under an official Bitmex account to short ETH. So he said to punt it. So to punt on something can have many meanings, including to bet on something or to kick something. So he went on to tell some very colorful and highly professional whatever language, etc. So 50x leveraged ETH USD perpetual swap is now live. Trade using only Bitcoin. Never have to touch Ether or USD. No punting here, but to all Bitmex customers, which are automatically subscribed to the newsletter, he told them ETH is a double-digit colorful coin. In other words, Bitmex hates Ethereum, and as of today, Bitmex is apparently handling $3 billion in trading volume for ETH USD perpetual swap, a number we don't really believe. Now, here's the actual, if you zoom in right here, so it says, Bitmex Arthur, if you are using Bitcoin-based speculator, this is the perfect way to punt on the ETH USD price. Then somebody responds, Geronimo, nice call. I had a 50x at the bottom, 7,400. Then Arthur says, you never need to touch that shitcoin called Ether. Somebody says, double top bullseye. And then he goes, or the bigger shitcoin USD. So what do you guys think about that? CEO of Bitmex is going on in the chat and almost encouraging people to short Ethereum. Don't you think that that's a little unethical? I mean, can you imagine if CZ went on to Binance and was telling people to sell this? I mean, isn't that right? I mean, you guys make enough money as is from the trading fees, so that story kind of took me off guard. The other thing to note is the wide spreads. So, a look at the spreads between the buy and sell price positions tells another secret story. The huge spread leaves people wondering whether Bitmex bets against its own customer base. Well, for starters, the exchange is largely unregulated, meaning that there's really no one to legally oversee its operations or hold it accountable for anything. In fact, Bitmex claims that it does not allow U.S. residents to trade on the platform, but it has no identification procedure to enforce that. And actually, people seem to think that a lot of the volume is coming from the US. So kind of goes both ways, guys, So there you go with that situation. And here's something else to note. Crypto's plunge is now worse than the .com crash. It says, as virtual currencies plumbed new depths on Wednesday, the MVIS Crypto Compare Digital Asset 10 Index extended its collapse from a January high to 80%. The tumble has now surpassed the NASDAQ Composite Index 78% peak to Chow decline after the .com burst in 2000. So we did it, guys. We officially are worse than the .com bubble, and we're still here, and we're still going strong. So that should say something about the community and the belief in this space. They say it's very likely a winner-takes-all market. Bitcoin currently most likely. I don't believe it's a winner-takes-all market. I mean, I love Bitcoin. It's a great coin. I don't think it's just going to be Bitcoin, though. I mean, yes, a lot of coins are going to get purged, but there will be winners and there will be survivors. And inevitably, there will be a Google, Facebook, Amazon, IBM, or something out of the space. It's just a matter of finding that gem before it takes off. I think that's really what we're all here for, right? We're supporting the tech, but we want to find that one that's just going to kind of blast off, right? So the other thing too, I want to point out some more good news because there's been a lot of good news recently. You have this saying blockchain could boost trade finance by 1 trillion. So you have the World Economic Forum, and it says according to Asian Development Bank calculation, the global trade finance gap is currently at 1.5 trillion and is estimated to grow to 2.4 trillion by 2025. The research further explains that this issue largely arises from limited access to credit and loans for SMEs that are looking to expand their business. So, the research argue, however, that this missing funding can be reduced by 1 trillion if blockchain is used more broadly, since distributed networks are able to share business records across financial institutions along the supply chain and bring transparency to businesses' credibility. So that is something we definitely have to note. And of course, getting into some coin news today, we can't ignore Bitconnect is once again still in the headlines. We're still talking about Bitconnect. So, authorities of 2 U.S. states, Illinois and Arizona, have asked the Criminal Investigation Department in India to seize the property of several Bitconnect promoters. So the U.S. states of Illinois and Arizona are now asking for investigating authorities in India to seize the property of the promoters who defrauded investors of around $5.6 billion. American users have also launched a class action suit against the company, which alleges that the Bitconnect tokens were not registered securities and are now seeking compensation for lost funds. Oh, now you guys want it to be unregistered security when you lose money, right? But when you want to get into the ICOs, right? It's funny how, depending on how you look at it, 1 minute you want the regulation, the next minute you don't want the regulation. I think it's funny, though, that we're still talking about Bitconnect. Bitconnect will literally never die. We also have Huobi entering the 3 million trader Japan market. So you have them acquiring a majority stake of BitTrade, which is one of the 16 licensed exchanges in Japan. So this is a subsidiary of Huobi. Huobi Japan is ready to take over as the largest shareholder of BitTrade. So Huobi Japan, they say they're more interested in aggressively developing the platform for more professional and user-friendly services. Moving on to Icon. So Icon has had a phenomenal week. A lot of good news coming out. They launched the ICX station in San Francisco. They also have had a partnership with Portal Network. So Portal Network is going to add to the blockchain name service, or BNS. So basically that's the same thing like I was talking about with the Ethereum name services. Essentially you can just have a name, in Ethereum it would be like, .eth or whatever, .xyz. Well, now you can have .icon. Essentially, just making it really easy. So they had some progress moving forward. They had an update. They were talking about basically what had happened. So here you go down here, the image that shows they've started the Icon testnet for development. They have successfully set up their Icon node. And then I think the biggest news is the Icon Yellowpaper is officially released, although it's not actually officially released. It's coming out in 3 parts, unfortunately. So they do have part 1 of the Yellowpaper, and this is for the Constitution and governance. So it's 20 pages, actually it's 19 pages. Very in-depth right here. This is what we've all been waiting for. We're really excited. I think the one that we're definitely the most pumped for is coming with the Icon transaction fees coming soon, as well as the incentive scoring system as well. So there are 2 more parts to this, so definitely be on a lookout for that as well. Now, moving on, we have the Qubic roadmap of IOTA update. A lot of people were excited about this. Now, the thing is that they don't have any hard dates just yet. It's not the final roadmap, so some things may change along the way. Their focus is on getting a proof of concept. So you can see you have Abra over here, you have Abra libraries, etc., Qubic protocol, Qtangle, the Oracle machine. And yeah, if you guys are interested, you can have a look at that. I know a lot of people were excited to hear a little bit more about that. At first, it was a little bit like of a mystery, like what is Qubic, right? So we also have QLC Chain. They say that they're so excited to debut the first hardware developed by the developer community. So you have Pretty Private Router. It achieves a true P2P network for secure IM. They have a demo at CoinDesk in Singapore if you're interested. So I don't think I'm going to be able to make this consensus in Singapore, but if you are able to get out there, they're definitely going to have a demo, so you should check that out. We also have T-Food accepted by the United Nations as a partner to the Sustainable Food Systems Program. Now, this is massive. First and foremost, this partnership gives further credibility to TE Food. To be accepted as a partner by FAO and the SFS program means that their efforts are recognized by global organizations. This just further validates, justifies the use case. This really, it's like, it makes it more practical. It makes it more accepted, you know, and it also gives the opportunity to access, it also gives the opportunity to access and team up with other respected partners to develop innovative projects at scale and affiliate our existing projects with the SFS program. So there you guys go. I mean, I think this isn't just a good thing for TE Food. I think this is a good thing for crypto and blockchain in general. Supply chain logistics, there you go. We also have this very long, it's about an hour-long interview with Charles Hoskinson over at Info Degatas. Not too familiar with this channel, but if you guys want, there's another Cardano update. You know, this guy, Charles, truly passionate. If you're a Cardano holder and you're interested, definitely check this out. You also have HPB saying that they've recently reached an agreement with Damai Tech to expand their blockchain as a service offerings to make developers' lives easy. We look forward to this partnership and momentum. Now, I was going to bring this up. It's in Facebook, though. I really hate Facebook posts. They're just annoying. I got to log in. And so if you guys want and you have a Facebook, you can check out that, but I don't really care too much about that right now. Also, I was in the Reddit, and I've seen a lot of people talking about this new wallet that's up and coming called Crypto Curve. It's not just a wallet. Apparently, it's going to have a decentralized exchange, ICO investing, ICO pool staking, pooling and staking, portfolio tracking, a fiat gateway, completely interoperable wallet. Now, I've been really interested in this, all right? I remember when Ethos came out. Ethos was like the big wallet that was going to change the world, right? I'm still rooting for Ethos. By no means am I not a fan of Ethos, but I've looked at a lot of other wallets. I did an interview with David from Arcana. I've also looked into Vault 12, which is coming out as well, and now Crypto Curve. One of the things that I think is really cool, I was checking this out. I might actually do a straight-up review on this one. They have a nuke feature. So basically, where was it? Yeah, right here. So it says nuke your portfolio, effortlessly convert all coins into ETH, BTC, or stablecoin, convert back and keep your profits, never miss another BTC bull run. So in other words, you can instantly, using APIs, I'm assuming, nuke everything and go straight into just one coin to take advantage of that, like instead of having to trade. So I mean, that's a pretty cool feature moving forward, guys. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on Crypto Curve for sure. Now, speaking of wallets, there was actually a malware campaign that targeted Jaxx cryptocurrency wallet holders through a website spoofed to mimic the legitimate Jaxx site. So basically a phishing link, okay? Now, if you guys aren't familiar with phishing links, I have put videos out here. This is my video cryptocurrency beginner tips, things I wish I knew at the beginning of my journey. So this is where I go into phishing links. As you guys can see right here, here's the actual certificate with the LLC. This is authenticated, and always bookmark for sure, because you got to be careful of these phishing sites. Anyway, going back, they say researchers point out that the campaign is built on social engineering and not a vulnerability in the Jaxx mobile app website or any domains owned by Decentral. The fraudulent Jaxx site packs several customers and commodity strains of malware developed to empty users' wallets. I really hope nobody got affected by this. If you did, you know, what can I say? You know, hard lesson learned. So the thing, though, is that it does skip the mobile and it goes directly to desktop. So the campaign was strictly focused on desktop victims. Researchers report mobile users who clicked download on the malicious site were redirected to the legitimate Jaxx site uninfected. So please just be careful. Always do your, due diligence into, not even due diligence, just literally look at the top. Is it secure? Is it the official site? So please just check that out. Please be safe out there, guys. Also, moving on to some of the things, getting back onto Jaxx. So they actually say that the CEO, Delorio, said that he aims to attract up to 100 corporate integrations into the Jaxx wallet. So this could be yet another competitor to things like Arcana, Vault, Ethos, Crypto Curve, right? So he revealed this exclusively to CoinDesk. He says it's almost going to be like an app store. Our whole model is we provide a single interface so that users don't have to send money outside of a single system. Also very similar to what Ethos is doing as well. But, who's going to win? Who's going to get the ultimate adoption? I don't know. So while the original Jaxx was predominantly a software wallet capable of in-app currency conversions, they essentially use Shapeshift, which processes roughly $2 billion worth of crypto since its Oh, since its inception. So now they're going to have Jaxx Liberty. That's what it's going to be called, which is going to include all of these different in-app things. It's going to have block explorers as well. That's going to be crazy. So it says the app is available for Android mobile devices and as a Google Chrome browser extension. Of course, we have to wait for iOS. Why am I not surprised? Me being an Apple user over here, I always get it last minute. We also have Brave Browser launching public advertising program. The version is available for Mac OS. Oh, it's only available for Mac OS. Hey, look at that. Kind of switching the game up, right? And is part of a 28-day experimental period. So if you guys haven't downloaded Brave Browser, I do have an affiliate link below. It'll help the channel out. You know what I mean, guys? Like, obviously, I don't ever ask for donations. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, click my link, download it, give it a shot, ad-free browsing. So I have two articles I wanted to drop real quick before we get out of here today. I don't want this video to go on for too long. I'm not going to go into it, but there was this really great article that came out from Ben Waters, and it's called Why Blockchain Matters. And he kind of goes back. He talks about the beginning of the 19th century. You have the French diplomat, et cetera, et cetera. He just goes on to explain all these different things. He talks about the inventor of the internet. Right here, you have Tim Berners-Lee, who laughs. I like the quote. He says, "I never expected all these cats," right? Haha, very funny. Crypto kitties, there you go, right? Biggest app we have. So really cool article. Check this out. And then there's one other one too that I think is interesting because at some point you're not going to be able to run from the tax man forever. Now, luckily, most of us can claim, I'd say, mostly losses for this year. So we're probably good on taxes. But who knows? We could have a major bull run incoming and you need to prepare yourself. So there's two different ways you can do it. They have the New York way and they have the Californian way. So I'll drop this here if you're interested. I'm also looking into other cryptocurrency tax services as well. I'm trying to really find one that I think is the best one out there. If I come across one, I'll let you guys know because I know eventually I will have to also report these taxes. We all will. If you've been in crypto for this year. And finally, before we go, I just want to do one little use case for adoption. We have Hong Kong-based jewelry retailer Chow Fook Jewelry Group will start the use on blockchain to track their diamonds. So they have reportedly put some of their diamonds on the blockchain, which actually was developed by Everledger and secured by the IBM blockchain platform. This will reportedly enable the retailer's customers to ascertain the origin and authenticity of the stone sold in its T-Mark branded stores using a T-Mark app. So there you go. More use of the blockchain. And if that doesn't make you smile, somebody on Twitter put this out, and it was, what if crypto's just a dream? Like, what if we all just wake up one day and realize that it was all just things we had put together in our minds, right? Kind of freaky, like a Mulholland Drive type thing. So you have like EOS, Lisk, American Diabetes, which would be ADA, Cardano, Tron, Augur, DCR, Maker Channel, Verge, Metaverse, Stratus, NIM, Basic Attention Token, BAT. Right behind me, we have Waves. Obviously, this is Neo, Dash. I just thought that was kind of funny. And guys, it is Thursday, which means it is Throwback Thursday. And you know, on Thursdays, I love to go old school. So I'm pulling a interview that we had that was supposed to go up last week. I forgot. We're pulling it out of the vaults, and we're going to be talking with ARC Travis Walker. So pulling that out of the vaults, doing a nice throwback. That being said, guys, also this is your last day. If you're interested, I'm going to be interviewing JL77, the anonymous founder of Komodo. The reason I'm stressing this is because he's anonymous. We're going to be doing it via text. So I'm going to send him, the interview, the questions, and he's going to send me back the answers. So that's why I'm saying I need you guys, if you have any questions, go to my Twitter, drop any questions. I'll leave the post to the tweet below. So there it is right there. And that being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I hope I didn't keep you too much today. I know there was so much news. Guys, I didn't have a video out yesterday, so every time I get behind, it's like twice as much things to cover. But obviously, a pleasure and honor to have you back on the channel. I love everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting. You know what? Even if you're not liking, subscribing, and commenting, I love you anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great weekend. Well, actually, we have one more day. Today's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. We're almost there. So that being said, great day. I'll take all the green. That being said, my name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And peace out.